Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Suguru. Suguru walks up to you, his eyes meeting yours. As you looked into each other's eyes. How have you been, my darling? Quite alright, but I miss you. You say, walking closer to him. You're wearing a skirt, sitting close to him. And you couldn't help but let his eyes wander. I see. He wraps his arm around your waist and pulls you even closer. You look very beautiful today, darling. I can't stop looking at you. He whispers, while his face is very close to you. And then, he happens to look down at your thighs. He starts to caress them, while smiling. Then, he leans down, giving them a soft kiss, while looking up into your eyes. You're daring, Ryan. Very daring, might I say. But I'm even bolder. If you're going to wear something like this, then you should expect a reaction. He said. He was very calm. And the thing about Suguru was that, well, he always had a way with his words. Or maybe his eyes, really. His eyes were always teasing. Always had the dark look in them. That made you so scared and excited for what comes next. Because you never know what it is. And with him, it's always bound to be something that is rather extreme. But you love that. You love that about him. And the way he's so honest with his love. He starts kissing a line along your thighs. And once he's done, he looks into your face. And he gives you a wink, telling you, next time, if you're gonna wear something like that, you better be ready. Or at least tell me in advance. I have a meeting soon, so I have to leave. My apologies. He said, gentle, kissing you sweetly before getting up. He had some matters to attend to, but there is no doubt he'll soon be back at your side for more. Nanami. Nanami is actually very, very strict this time. And as soon as he's done with work, he always goes home. And he always makes time for you, no matter what the day. After all, it's the most enjoyable time of day for him. Being by your side and loving you and seeing you. That's what he wants to do, honestly. Just retire as soon as you can. Live in a small house. By a beach, maybe. And then life would be perfect. Of course, with you there. And you would have to worry about no such thing as curses, or work, or money. That would be amazing. But it's truly a faraway reality from what he has now. But what he has now is not horrible either. He has you after all, and he's quite happy with that. So coming home to you, he first sits down on the couch, puts away his bag and takes off his shoes. And of course, as always, you greet him with warm arms, sitting down at his side and hugging him tightly. And he holds you, letting himself bask into your warmth and smell your scent, the scent of home, of comfort, being away from all that work and all those disgustingly fake humans. He put a hand on your thigh, like he usually does, and only then did he notice that they were not covered like usual. Your thighs were just there, beneath his hand. You were wearing very short shorts, and only now did he actually see them. Perhaps he was tired and that's why he didn't notice them earlier. But now that he did, he couldn't help but lean down and press a soft kiss to them. And then, kissing your cheek and your lips, looking at you with so much love and gentleness. Would you be willing to dine out today, Ryan? He asked you, and you blushed, smiling and nodding quickly, and he was relieved. A big part of him always considered timing to be the most important thing, and he didn't know if it was worth asking you right before dinner. But he couldn't help it. Sometimes it's okay to be a little bit impulsive, and right now was a case like that. Satoru. Now, Satoru is a special case. After all, he does things very differently than most. He wants to be good for you. He wants to be able to show you his love, but he's so not used to being vulnerable and being with him for a longer time. He kept on working on slowly trying to get those walls of his down, to try and be good for you and good with you as a lover. It's hard, very difficult, and very annoying for him. And he hopes that it's not so annoying for you, because he knows it could be. But in the end, he was able to at least try to get past them. And most of the time, it became easier when he had a little bit of an incentive. Like today, for example. Sometimes it goes away for weeks, but he came today, and that's all that really mattered to you. And that's why you were trying to look your best, wearing a short dress, putting your makeup on and doing your hair and trying to look as perfect as you could for him. Only for him to be utterly, completely mesmerized. He immediately wrapped his arms around you and kissed you. He missed you so much, and usually he was not so clingy, but today would be an exception, because he spent the entire week away from you, and he just wanted to be there, to hold you and feel you against him once more. And honestly, he felt the same. And soon, he was scaring you into the couch, pulling his blindfold off, and looking at you with a vulnerable expression on his face. You told him you wanted to see his eyes, especially if you were about to be intimate together. You wanted to see him, and he always agreed. Oyan, I've missed you. I've missed you dearly. You know that, right? He said. He wasn't usually so serious, but when it came to loving you, and to appreciating you, he may as well be. Because that's the most important thing in the world for him. And as he leans down and presses a soft kiss to your eyes, he gives you a wink. I think I should appreciate this though. You made yourself look so good for me tonight. Is it okay for me to ruin your work? He said, a mischievous glint in his eyes. And needless to say, it was quite alright for you to let him, and he was very pleased with your answer.